Hi, I'm Carolyn Beam with Quiltmaker magazine. In our May-June 2015 issue, we're featuring a quilt called Santa Fe. This quilt was designed by Janice Averill, and it's made using only 5 fabrics. The really fun thing about this quilt is that while it looks like there are multiple blocks to make this quilt, it's really only sewn using 1 block, and I'll show you that later. This quilt is made using these 5 fabrics. You can find a kit for this quilt along with backing and a digital pattern at quiltandsewshop.com. This quilt has 2 basic units. There's a stitch and flip and triangle squares. To make the stitch and flip, you'll take a background rectangle and a square. You'll draw a diagonal line from corner to corner on the square and stitch along that line. Once you've stitched, you'll trim 1/4 inch beyond the seam and press the unit open to look like this. There are several different stitch and flip units. We also have the triangle squares. And using this method, I've layered 2 different squares together, and then I'm using the Fons & Porter 1/4 inch marker, which I lay on top, matching up the corners, the line in the center at the corner, and then I'll draw a line on either side. Those are the lines that I'll stitch on. So here you can see that those lines have been stitched on, cut apart in the middle, and flipped open to create triangle squares. There's also several different triangle squares. So here are all the various triangle square units, stitch and flip units, and 2 solid squares. You'll sew them together in a row like this, 1 row like this, and then you'll sew this section together, join these 2, and then join all 3 rows. And here is the finished block. We show one arrangement of these blocks in our Quiltmaker May-June issue. The fun thing about this design and this block is that it can be arranged in multiple ways to make lots of different variations. Here are 6 additional layouts that we've created using this block. You can change the focal point of the quilt by making the block off center. You can make diagonal bands of color. The fun thing about this quilt is you can come up with your own arrangements. Use a design wall or the floor to play with the blocks and come up with something very creative on your own. You can follow the link below to download a free PDF showing all 6 of these layouts. You can find Santa Fe in the May-June 2015 issue of Quiltmaker. Go to quiltandsewshop.com to find kits for this pattern along with the backing and a digital pattern. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, share it on social media, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.